Hello everyone out there on the internet, I am Jack of all trades, and we are here with Shingeki No Kyojin Attack on Titan Season 4, episode 63, I think. Yes, 63 of the show so far. Ooh, I got a new camera for Christmas, so I'm coming to you in HD. Better video quality going forward, hopefully, with this thing. Can't vouch for the audio quality yet, this is the first thing I'm recording with this. Probably should have tested that first. Oh well. So yeah, I'm recording this, of course, the day the episode came out, but you guys won't be seeing this till after New Year's. But going forward, basically, all year I set myself the goal of uploading once a week, and that was mainly on a Saturday, Sunday, or occasionally a Monday, depending on how long it took me to edit. But I uploaded a video successfully all year doing that. That's why these videos will be coming out a week after the episode airs, just to stick to that schedule. However, come 2021, it's a new year, I will have successfully uploaded once a week all year. And instead, I'm just going to upload these whenever they're ready. So, Attack on Titan reactions will be coming out Monday, Tuesday time, going forwards. And yeah, I'll need to see what else I'm going to do in the coming year. Promised Neverland's looking good. I've got a lot of ideas for different shows to watch and different content to make in the coming year. Got some crossovers potentially going to happen. Gonna do some collaborations with other YouTubers, but of course, a lot of that is very COVID dependent. But yeah, just wanted to say that stuff in this video because I know this video is going to get more views than if I just made a standalone video talking about it. Cool. Yeah, so last time we got a bunch of Reiner backstory, which was great, and I really wanted to put him in the thumbnail for that last video, but everyone put Hobo Eren in their thumbnails, and I put Reiner in the previous week's thumbnails. I didn't want them to be too similar. This season's been really strong so far, and I hope it's just gonna keep ramping up. Again, no spoilers in the comments below. And I do want to clarify, so, for example, in the previous episode, they skipped over a lot of things that the manga showed, they condensed a lot of things to fit it into one episode. If the anime adaptation skipped over something, please don't tell me. Because there's a fair chance they'll cut back to it. People who filled me in on some things last episode in the comments, that's fine, I didn't specify. But for example, apparently there's this whole bit with Annie and the female Titan when they were coming up to the wall that was cut. Don't tell me, because for example with Annie, we might end up cutting back to that once Annie becomes a pivotal character again in the story. We might get a flashback, seeing things from her perspective. We're definitely going to get more Annie flashbacks. That might be something we end up including. So just in case, again, don't spoil anything that's to come in the manga. Anything that's happened in the manga that this season has covered already, do not spoil either. Because they might revisit it, they might do things in different orders. Like, remember Ymir's backstory? We found that out halfway through Season 2, and it was revealed at the end of Season 3, Part 2 in the manga. So they shuffle things around a fair bit. So please, just keep the comments spoiler free. Just focus on things that are in the episode, unless I specifically ask, because I do need clarification for some things. For example, Porco and Galliard. Galliard is his last name. That makes sense now. Okay, cool. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So I'm expecting to get some stuff with the Tybur family. We're gonna hopefully meet them. The wielder of the Warhammer Titan. Okay, Falco in a good mood. Talk to Reiner. Oh, Aaron's asked him to do something. Mr. Kruger! He's going by Aaron Kruger! Oh my god! Yeah, oh. That's the message to the scouts. Are we gonna see them this episode? So it's a postbox. They just have a standard red cylindrical postbox. That's crazy. La vidas, la vividas, la vidas, la vividas. Aaron is going by Kruger, Mr. Kruger. Is he going by Eren as his first name as well? He's at least going as Mr. Kruger. Which brings up, is he using that as an alias? Is he... Well, yes, because Eren Kruger was from Marley, he was Eldian, so the Kruger surname would be a thing in Libero, presumably. So that makes sense. But is it? Because he's got the attack and the founding, how much influence is there from the previous wielders? I have to assume it is our Eren, it is Eren Yeager talking. But what if there's some influence of Eren Kruger talking through him here? Paths could be anything, and that's really, really. That was just the opening. We're barely into the episode. What? Again, yes, I've really warmed up to this opening. I was in a bit of a negative mindset when I watched episode 1. I was expecting it to be bad. I was expecting to not like it because of the change of studio, but I'm over that now. I'm in love. From one hand to another. Okay. McGrath. All these people decked out in red. Okay. Personal guard. Okay. Okay. Oh wow, he's tall. Willie, the head of the Tybur family. Okay. Commander of the warrior unit. Theo McGrath. So, Lord Tybur. Lord Willie Tybur. Okay. And Commander Theo McGrath. Okay. Okay, it's a big family. Lots of people. Okay. Interesting. So they're Eldian then? But they're not... Century of Helios. Helos? Oh, okay. Right. And is that their ancestor? Oh! Wow! I mean, war. Okay, McGrath. Yes, so for one of the Tyburs to be the Warhammer Titan, the family has to be Eldian, but they're not forced to wear armbands, and the fact that Willie's brought up that statue, I'm thinking. And then yes, McGrath wants Marlians to be conscripted as well. Okay. I'm thinking he has softened to the Eldian's plight to a certain degree then. This nation is controlled by the Tyburs. Okay. Okay. And again, that's a different depiction of the Devil of All Earth from what we've seen before. It's got like hair and a mane, similar to the jaw almost. Okay. I'm thinking it's that Willie will be the Warhammer, but the fact they emphasize it's among them makes me think it's not. Peek, you okay? Just on all fours? Oh. I want to say best girl, but we're only 4 episodes in. Oh, Peek's great. Oh, wait, is this to scale? Is this map to scale? Is this a scale map of Paradise with the walls? Okay, okay. I'm freezing that. I'm assembling this image. Okay, okay. I'm freaking out a little. Okay, because that means we have reference. We know how big the walls are. We know how big the island is. We know how big what we've seen of the world so far is in the maps. Okay, that's big. That's big. I'm completely missing whatever Reiner is saying, but yeah, what are you trying to say, please? I'm sorry. I probably missed something super important there. And I know that that scene of Peak crawling, someone said that that was cut from the manga before as well, so that's proof. Do not tell me things the manga that's been cut, because they might place things in different orders. Cool. And I love just seeing these warriors together. Falco pushing hard, trying to outdo Gabby. Oh, you look so happy. I like this track. This music. They're talking with these Marleyan guards and stuff. But they are close to being, yeah. They're being treated reasonably well by them. Oh yeah, that's a point. That it's not like for his family or anything, because they're already gonna get it because he'll get the beast. He totally said it. I wonder, that's the thing, if Reiner's family, the Browns, will... They all know. Okay, cool. I wonder, will they remain honorary Marleyans after Reiner's death and it's passed on? Yeah. Okay, we are emphasizing the Marleyans are human too. They're not full of hate and vitriol towards them. Though again, these are honorary, almost cadets in training and all that. Oh, okay, so there are multiple internment zones. Okay. Abroad as well. Interesting. So, okay, I had assumed there were multiple, but in fact all the warriors seem to be from this one zone. I assume Libero was the only one because they'd only need that as a source for Eldians. They could have just killed the rest of them off. But no, there are multiple internment zones, even abroad. Okay. Familiar track. Okay. I feel a little bad for Falco that Eren is just kind of manipulating him, but I do like the idea of them becoming sort of friends, maybe. And we're just more blatantly showing Eren's face now. All my letters. Okay, so there's been multiple. A baseball glove. It's like a catcher's mitt. I'm British. I don't play baseball. It's not a big thing over here, but. Going back to my hometown. Oh, you're deliberately saying that. Oh. Oh no! That's Grisha's dad. That's Grisha's dad, and he's still a doctor. So that's an interesting thing I'll talk about later. But that's Grisha's dad. That's Grisha's dad. This is your granddad, Eren. This is your grandfather. Keeping a straight face. His uncle, Grice. Okay, so Grice is his uncle. Okay, that clears that up. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. We're just telling Eren everything. The rest of them knew they were finally safe. Yeah. Okay. He's suspicious of him. Ooh, new track. Okay. Why is everyone looking? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Wow, that close up. Wow, Mappa. Oh, the dogs. The dogs eating Faye. Oh. Wow. 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 Wow, he's acknowledging this. He's just as damaged as everyone else here. Oh, is he? He's being treated here. He's a doctor, but he's being treated here. He's not a member of staff. Oh, wow. The baseball. That's the shot. That's a shot from the trailer. Wow. Oh, I love this. This is one of my favorite shows of all time. Look at you lot. Dressed up smart. They're serving us waiters. Oh, that's so relatable. I used to work as a waiter, and it's like, yeah, there's empty glasses. Go, 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 go. Get them off the tables. Pour the wine, yes. Oh, no, I can relate to this too much. That's not how you're meant to carry plates. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Keep moving. Keep moving, man. Oh, she's covering for him. Oh no. But no, I've had that before. I've had guests who were. But they're guests, you have to be nice to them. But that's great. Oh. Oh wow. Yeah, so VIPs from other nations. Not everyone. Not It's not the entire world is against them. Hizuru? Okay. The Tyburs, Willie. Kin of our saviors. This is interesting. Great world building here. Just showing these representatives. Okay. Yeah, I kind of got that backwards there. Oh, yeah, everyone's... Okay. Yep. We have tension. Well, yeah, just keep moving. Let's... okay. Willie's more the sort of diplomat here. So keep everyone happy. He's the favorite. He's kin of our saviors, yeah. Okay. Okay. My first ever theater production. Okay. And he's like... Interesting. I hope we get that in this episode, or we're not just going to end it here. Okay, we're still going good. Gabby. Bedhead. I think that was Gabby anyway. Yeah, it was. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, that guy was playing it with his nose. Oysters. Oh, wow, okay. Anime food always looks so good. They have ice cream cones! Welcome to Attack on Titan, we have ice cream! We have ice cream! That's huge! This is a festival? My heart's beating so fast because we have just... Oh, wow! Come on, Reiner, give us a smile. Oh, we're just gonna get all these shots. Oh, that's great. Galliard, Peak, and Reiner sort of taking the kids around, buying food. Was that pizza? I need to go back. Was that pizza? Oh, Reiner smiles. Yes. Ah, Reiner. Oh, we're getting the outro. Because you stuffed your face. He just looks so tired in every frame. Walking without a crutch, though. Getting used to being bipedal again. Yeah, something big's gonna change, something's gonna happen, and that's where it ends. Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this outro, but if we're gonna do this a lot this season, where we don't show the whole thing anyway, we're just gonna let the episode sort of extend into the outro's runtime, that's fine by me. I mean, it sort of gets you into the accepting this is the end of the episode as well, having the music creep in. Really, really solid episode there. Again, I'm loving every episode of this. By the time you guys are seeing this, I will have uploaded my video talking about my 10 favorite animated shows from this year. Specifically 5 cartoons and 5 anime. The link will be on screen to that video, hopefully. But yeah, Attack on Titan made that list. Just on these first 3 episodes. I'm now seeing this 4th one, and I'll talk about it as well. But yeah. Oh, post-credit scene. Yes, okay, someone mentioned that in the comments. Thank you for telling me. Zeke. Nice. He said he saw someone he knew and ran off. Oh, he's gonna see Eren. Galliard being more laid back. Mr. Burn. You come with me right now. There was a bit in that trailer. There was a bit in the first trailer where it looked like Falco was leading Reiner somewhere. To a basement. Yeah, we saw this was in the... This was... He's gonna see Eren. Reiner's gonna be Eren. Reiner. It's been 4 years. Oh no, they're playing the song! See you big girl or something. It's Eren. Preview. No, I don't want to see a preview. Oh, but Reiner didn't immediately freak out there, which is a good thing. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I haven't lost this recording. Okay, I haven't. Okay. A lot in this episode. Right. So, I want to talk about it. But the first thing that's coming to my head right now is ice cream. I have ice cream cones in Attack on Titan. That's crazy. It's like, I haven't made it on a shirt yet, but I'm gonna make a shirt that just has the end of Grisha's note that was on the back of the photograph in the journals in the basement. His message, it's called a photograph. Because that one line shook the foundation of this story. Interesting. It's like, yeah, we always suspected there was a world beyond the walls and everything. It's called a photograph. That brilliant, fantastic, brilliant writing. And I need to check. Did they have pizza? Was there pizza in this world too? I need to know. I need to know if I saw that correctly. Yeah, pizza. This screenshot. This. They're all just eating pizza. Oh my god. Yeah, I am so you know what? I think this is... I'm using this as the thumbnail. These guys just standing around eating pizza. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's one of my favorite moments in this show. Oh, wait. You have Falco sort of looking off to the side there. And then we cut to them going to the... Yeah, okay, so that might be when Falco saw Eren. Oh, in there. But yeah, Eren's going by Eren Kruger. Ah, oh, it's great. Okay, so I'm gonna sort of jump through this episode because, I mean, yeah, this was a lot. So, Eren Yeager has been giving Falco letters. We see him delivering one, but from what they say later, it seems like he's been giving him multiple. So Eren's passing on messages, and he wants them done from out with the internment zone, so they're not going to be monitored or anything, which makes sense. Presumably to Jean, at least. Jean is the only other person we know is here. Again, I'm assuming. And I would so love that maybe if you just look through like crowd scenes and background things that you might recognize. I mean, Hanji might stick out because of the eye patch. But you could have like Connie or Sasha or someone else just in background scenes and crowds of Marlians. Which is interesting because somehow they must have. Well, no, because I assume Marlians wouldn't need to like carry papers with them or anything. Yeah. It depends if like they're what their sort of what their not what their civilization is like, but you know what the state of things is in terms of like birth certificates and ID and sort of having a backstory and whatnot, having a paper trail of your life, or they could just blend in, which isn't something they need to address. They can just blend in, one hand to another. That could be a reference to like passing on the letter to Falco to deliver. But yeah, so the Tyburs are here. They have their own private military, private guard, personal guard. Further trying to sort of race family parallels in terms of them having like first interior squad and everything with Kenny. Oh, I could see maybe the Warhammer Titan being this guard who like sees them at the door or something. That could be a fun twist when McGrath and the other guy sort of go in to meet the Tyburs. You know, also one guy who's significantly taller than everyone else standing there. So I could see him perhaps being the shifter because Willie says he's in this room, or it's in this room. Yeah, then we see the rest of the Tyburs around the place. We've got this woman here who I believe is married to him or something, because we had them walking together at the wall. You've got these two sort of the elders of the family dressed in white robes and everything. Again, similar to Uri when he was strung up to be eaten. He was dressed similarly. Bunch of kids. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 kids at least. Maybe 5 if this blonde girl. And a maid, I assume, standing against the wall. Sort of subservient pose, eyes closed, hands clasped. But yes, then we get a bit of history with this statue, which was, again, shown prominently in the trailer. But yeah, I'm curious, of course, as to who the shifter is. So Titan Shifter lives for 13 years. So it could be any of them. But I doubt it's the two in white, because they've been alive for a while. So it'd be strange that when you've got all these like younger members of the family that you give it to one. Well, actually, no, that could work as well. Rather than passing this curse onto a younger person who's going to have their life cut short, you give it to older members of the family who have already lived a fulfilling life and everything. That could be a different way of doing it. So, that would be interesting. I doubt it's going to be one of the little kids, because they're not going to pay attention to much. Even then, McGrath looks through the window and there's a guard standing there. I think it might be the guard. Again, no spoilers. Tell me nothing. My biggest suspicion is on that guard, though, at the moment. Because it could be any of them. But that's the one I'm suspicious of, because that would be a good twist. And again, it could be Willie as well. Wouldn't surprise me if it's Willie. I'd be a little disappointed, because it sort of takes away from the whole mystery of it, that it's the leader of the clan. But yeah. No, so I came here to see the Helos statue. Helos? Okay. Tangled wires. Let me take that back. Let me just hear how they pronounce this. Helos. Helos? As in hell. Os, I assume. That seems to be how he pronounces it. Tell me how to pronounce it phonetically. Spell it out in the comments for me, please. And just because of the hat and it being sort of a metallic statue, with the shoulder pads and everything, I look at it and I just see Silver Chariot Requiem. Is this statue a JoJo's reference? So a century ago, so 100 years ago, a century, yeah, a mere human slayed the devil of all Earth and became the renowned Marleyan hero who saved the world. Helos. So a Marleyan hero makes me think that it's a Marleyan, but equally it could be someone who is a hero to the Marleyans, could be a Marleyan hero. So I did initially jump to it being a Tybur, but not necessarily. It's a century ago, so 100 years ago, which would be, assuming it's exactly 100 when they're saying this, the walls were already built over on Pyrrhody. The King Fritz and everyone had already escaped over there. And then this happened. Which is interesting. Again, a lot of talk of the devil of all Earth, is interesting, and how literally can you take that? But a mere 100 years ago is really interesting, because that's recent history. We have tons of records of things that happened 100 years ago, but this is really interesting. I'm hoping we get more Devil of All Earth stuff, and we get more into the Marleyan account of history, the Eldian account of history, perhaps even other nations' accounts of history could be interesting. How marvelous, so brave and beautiful, with not a scratch. Referring to the statue, I assume, rather than the guy. The guy, Helos, might have killed it without being injured or something, I don't know. Truly the spirit of Marley. Oh, I like this. I like McGrath being a tough critic, yeah, a bit of a cynic almost. But then he's working to reinstate Marleyan conscription. That's big. The McGrath wants Marleyans to fight in the military as well, that they're not just using Eldians. Which is interesting. It makes me think time's progressing and people, not just some Marleyans on the street who see the kids, the training cadets, the warriors to be, oh yeah, they're kids, it's fine. Don't see them as devils. And even have McGrath, who's been living with them, training them. And even he is like, yeah, I want things need to change. And yeah, they all just read about in the newspapers, which is a great thing. In episode 1, it ends, the big fight, and Zeke's thrown it, and Reiner's been knocked down and everything. And then just cut to the guys reading newspapers, like, oh, look at our great Marleyan military. And McGrath and that one other guy were the only Marleyans we saw. Everyone else there was Eldian, which is a big thing. They're content to just read about our lands expanding, yeah. One hopes of letting Marleyans hear the sounds of bullet whizzing by their ears. Okay. Will be enough to stop our self-destructive march towards war. Okay. So that's his motivation for it. Yes, Eldian sympathetic-ish. He can't be openly, obviously. Even then he might not be. This might be his sole motivation, is that if Marleyans are put on the front line and Marleyans see the danger to themselves and everything, the horrors of war and everything, it might slow down the war machine, the self-destructive march towards war. Interesting. Okay, McGrath. Okay. Theo McGrath, I believe. Yeah, he stops talking and looks at Willie and sort of goes back to looking straight ahead. If someone controlled Marley from the shadows, I'd tell them, yeah. Yeah, so this nation is controlled by the Tyburs, which is weird. So they're controlling from the shadows. Okay, again, the Rice family parallels. And again, tons of kids, because only lived for 13 years when you're passing on a Titan. Parallels to the Rices as well. How did an Eldian family end up controlling the Marleyan Empire? Is interesting. And again, controlling it from the shadows, but that's interesting. Is there something inherent to their bloodline? Are they royals? Could be a thing. Or is there something inherent to the Warhammer Titan? Again, from what I've seen in the trailer, with it being white and everything, sort of the red showing through and hammer, it is very different looking from the other 9, which is weird. But yes, but this warmongering path is one that Marley chose on its own, so they didn't incite all this, like the war and everything. But yeah, so the statue, we get a good shot looking down on it here. I'll use that shot when I'm talking about it just now. We've had 3 different depictions of the Devil of All Earth, as far as I remember now. We had that first one with Grisha's father talking about it, Dr. Jaeger, but not the Dr. Jaeger we know being Grisha, but Dr. Jaeger in that book when he's telling everything to Grisha. We see a more typical devil, but big head, horns, and everything, cloven hooves. We have and made the deal about the devil. Made the deal with Ymir Fritz for the Power of the Titans. And then we have the book that Frida is reading to Historia, which shows the devil. Well, they don't say that's what it is, but it's a very similar imagery. And they call the girl Krista for some reason in that version. Sort of a cloaked, scary face figure. And then we have this sort of bearded, almost more sort of goat-like depictions of the devil. This statue, again, minus the horns. Because this statue is based on an event that happened 100 years ago. How... Which is... Artistic You have license, creative license, artistic interpretation and stuff with all the sort of old tapestry paintings and stuff. There's that one great one that I love now that shows, again, a titan with a helmet and a shield. The armored titan, a titan holding a weapon. I assume that's representative of the Warhammer Titan, like a massive dog. The quadruped, the cart's down on all fours. But all that stuff and like the Titans within the walls and sort of robes and everything, that can all be sort of taken with grains of salt because that's sort of fuzzy stuff, history-wise. But then, no, 100 years ago, this event happened since the walls were built. Again, assuming these exactly 100 years. Because that brings up the problem. The walls were built 100 years ago from when Shigashina fell. Since then, it's been several years, up to season 3 part 2, and then we've had a further 4-year time skip to now. Again, Willie could just be rounding it. It might have happened before or at a similar time. That might be the inciting event that caused the King Fritz to flee, was when the Devil of All Earth was beaten. Perhaps the Fritz family believed the Devil of All Earth was on their side or something, and then it was defeated. It's interesting. I intend to reveal the truth of the world at the upcoming festival. A further truth of the world? We already had the truth of the world revealed in Grisha's journals and everything, but this is something else. Marley is in need of a hero once more. Theo McGrath, will you join hands with me? So, playing the idea of Theo being this hero, perhaps? I'm sorry, Peke's best girl. I'm sorry to Mikasa and everyone from previous seasons, but I'm loving Peke. I'm loving Peke, even in scenes where she doesn't say anything. Just seeing her, the little interaction with her dad, it's been great. But yes, this image of parody. Okay, of course I can't manipulate it live, so I'll do that all in post, shoving it here. We get this image of the map with the walls, presumably to scale. Right? The little outer districts look to be too big for what they actually are. Because we know the circumference. Sorry, we know the diameter of each wall, assuming they're perfect circles, which that doesn't matter massively for the huge calculations. But assuming they're perfect circles, we thus know the circumference, so we know the landmass within them. And people have worked that out, and you overlay it onto like a map of the world, and it's huge. But no. So if you take those measurements, put it on this, you can get the size of the island of Parody, or at least as much of it as we see here, which you can then overlay to the map from Season 3, Part 2 of Parody, and this big chunk of land the Marleyan Empire's on. Yes, no, it does have contour lines. Not spaced out via like Ordnance Survey stuff. Sorry, UK map stuff. I studied geography for a while. But interesting. So it looks like the island sort of goes up. Yes, and we know the center of the walls is elevated from the outer ones. Yeah, that's right. But it's cool seeing the rivers marked on as well because they're all sort of flowing out. And we have that one that goes down through Trost and through Shigashina. Yeah, that's all right. Yes. So that's going to be the strategy. Then we should attack from the north. That's one option. Yeah. So Reiner, having done this before, he's the one we're talking to about strategy and stuff. I love that. Then also, yes, attack from the north because the walled civilization have been fighting titans coming up from the south. They come much more. I'm sure they do see them from the other sides as well if a titan wanders too far and circles back or whatever. But the majority of titan attacks come up from the south towards the walls, which is why Shigashina was broken through first because that was the first district they got to. But oh yeah, attack from the north because that's going to be weaker. Again, we had that when I've forgotten his name. Flock, there we go. When he and a bunch of the others all joined the scouts. Again, there's a whole thing of most of them have never seen a Titan before. Everyone who's been deployed to the garrison at the other regions have just never seen a Titan. Most of them. So yeah, attacking from the north. Good point. With Eren here and everything, I doubt we're going to see this attack come to fruition. It's interesting because they're doing this to try and get the founding, and the founding is already here. However, the wharf is the only place our ships can dock. Okay, which means you need to arrive at the wharf and go up north. Okay, and that's where they lost a bunch of the ships before. Okay. Yeah, so we got all this great stuff with the kids and Falco and Gabby and everyone. And those guards at the gate. And that's all cute. I don't have much to say on that. Yeah, building a big theater. Gabby, Yudo, and Sophia talking. Large-scale demolition is required. I'm curious if we're going to see that, because there was that bit in the trailer where the Warhammer sort of slams down a hammer. That might have just been destroying a building. I'd love that the trailer makes it look like this big action thing, but now it's just something they're doing. Yeah, okay. And they go bit of tension between McGrath and Willie there. I'm curious how old Willie is as well. He looks kind of young, but no, he has this sort of his hands shaking with the responsibility passed down to him. I need to see what he says exactly. That's not exactly true. I'm simply the one who holds the wheel. Now I know why my predecessors never tried to grab it. I wish I could let go this very moment, but a time has come where I must not. Because I need a hero? It just happened to be me. I'm simply the man the responsibility fell upon. And McGrath just tries to sort of keep the conversation moving, not falling down this tangent, whatever he's talking about. Again, I love Eren's going by Kruger. Works on so many levels. And the Falco and him are sort of become friends. I'm curious what Eren's letters are going to be. Is it just going to be sort of telling the others what he's learnt so far? When the festival's over, I'm going back to my hometown. Yeah, so he has a plan for when the festival's happening. I'll get that bit at the end of the episode. But they say a doctor's coming. I need to talk about this. Okay. There are two doctors we know of in Attack on Titan. Grisha and his father. We knew his father was a doctor because Grisha says when he turned 18 or 16 or whatever, he took over his father's clinic. So we know his father was a doctor. In the Lost Girls OVA, the Goodbye Walsina OVA, after Annie snaps and breaks her father's leg, he's in a crutch and he says, the doctor said, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. I thought, could that be Grisha? No, Eren and Annie are roughly the same age, so Grisha would be on parody by this time. So the doctor he's referring to isn't Grisha. So then it's like, okay, what other doctors are there? There's his dad. It could be his dad. Though equally, now that we know from Yudo that there are other internment zones, even some abroad, we don't know where Annie's from. She might not be from Libero. She could be from somewhere else. Yes, she left and was training with them, but Yudo's here and he's training with them as well, and he was from elsewhere, so that's fine. So that's one doctor referred to, but then also Kruger says to Grisha when they're on the wall, it's like, oh, when he asks, how did you take the blood test? It's like, oh, it's easy enough with help from a doctor, or something to that effect. And Grisha looks surprised by that. So it's possible Kruger had Grisha helping him fake the blood tests unintentionally, unknowingly. Grisha was surprised by that. So it might not have been him. It might have been a different doctor who's on the inside and helping him fake blood tests. Or had been helping him fake blood tests. Obviously, he's dead now, both of them are. So I thought, okay, the only other doctor we know of in Marley is, Grandpa Jaeger. But seeing him here, he's a patient at this hospital. So I don't know how likely the idea that he was helping Kruger fake blood tests is. Especially while his son was, everything. I doubt that now. I'm Jaeger, a physician for this zone. I come here to drink tea sometimes. So it seems he's being treated at this hospital, or maybe he works at this hospital too, because he is sort of dressed in like a lab coat. But then we saw him meeting Zeke when they arrived back at the zone as well. So maybe just regular checkups or something, or maybe he actually does live here and you can still go out and wander the zone and stuff. Nice to meet you, Kruger. You seem to get along with that boy. And then we get the confirmation of the Grice connection. His uncle. Yeah, I'll pull up the comment just now. Someone made a great comparison of oh yeah, the Grice we knew is just that weird uncle you don't talk about. His uncle was the leader of the Restorationists, sent to paradise. Not even their family is spared, usually. But by having Colt and Falco sign up for the warrior program, that sort of saved the family. And he's just telling Eren all this. And says, oh, his older brother is going to be the next Beast Titan. Stop asking that boy to do favors for you. If he comes under suspicion, all their effort will have been for nothing. Again, I'm not sure. I might be going very conspiracy theory down this idea that Grandpa Jaeger might be doing something we don't know about. Because if they come under suspicion, interesting choice of words, but equally it could just be these people worked so hard for this. Don't ruin it by having them fall under suspicion. And if you're truly healthy, you should go back to your family. Yeah. I love this track. Someday you won't see them anymore. Don't wait and live with that regret. Yeah, because he doesn't see his family much anymore. And then we see this nurse and the doctor look out and point at them, and I was worried there, but no, okay. And we do have different colored armbands here. I'm just noticing. So yes, Grandpa Jaeger with the red one, honorary Marleyan. But it looks like, yes, so we have the sort of brown, the tan colored ones, which are the ones we saw back all the way with Grisha and Faye putting on as kids. And yes, these are different. These white grey ones for soldiers, or just Eldian soldiers. So I wonder if they are treated better than, worse than. I'm not sure. The standard ones, because they are fighting in these wars, or if they're just weapons. They're just. And yeah, Eren sort of sternly almost. It's like, you have regrets about your own family? This is a great moment. There's not a day that I don't. That day, call back to the title. That day, my son took my daughter outside the walls. I've seen the dogs going at Faye. Yikes. Because I was too strict about him becoming a doctor. Oh, he's so wrong as well. He's almost in he believes he's wrong. He thinks it's for that reason, but the three of them there, seeing it, it's tinged in red. That's interesting. Everything's my fault. He blames himself for it. Yeah, kind of. But no, that's not the reason as well. So he is sort of pinning it more on himself. And yes, that's sort of in case you didn't realize, here's a shot of the younger him. Yeah, and he just starts shaking and shouting. You feel bad for him now. It's that thing we're humanizing all of these characters, which is great. Okay, and then the mid card, I didn't read this. The Tybur family joined hands with the Marleyan hero Helos to overcome the Eldian Empire and bring an end to the Great Titan War. They have long possessed the Warhammer Titan. Okay. So the Marleyan hero Helos, the Tyburs joined hands with to overcome the Eldian Empire and bring an end to the Great Titan War. So yes, Helos killing. I'm not going to edit out my discussion earlier about it's like, oh, but before the walls were built. No, so the Great Titan War ended with them Helos killing the devil of all Earth, however exactly that works, and that was the inciting incident for the breakaway to Power Days. Okay, they've long possessed the Warhammer Titan. So the Tyburs are treated so well because they joined hands with him, whatever that means. They sided with him. They fought alongside him. They were his troops. Something I don't know. But them being waiters and standing there, cut the chit chat. We've got to be waiters like we trained. Look, there's an empty glass. Get him. There are empty glasses. Get him, and they all sprint off to go get it. Gabby running full tilt. I worked as a waiter for a few years. And that was so relatable. Running around at these big fancy events and everything. Someone puts down an empty glass. You take it. You top people up. Bringing out wine, yeah. And this great bit with Yudo and that one woman, who we might never see again. I don't know. I love her doing that, and because Yudo's just freaking out. Because yeah, he's Eldian, but also think of all the work he's put into like as the training as a warrior and everything. All just gone to waste for this one moment. He spilt a drink, and that could be the end of it. What's going to happen to his family? Just think of everything that's rushing through his head here. I spilled wine on kimono and was asking for help. Hizuru, I think. If that's going to be another empire that we'll get to see. It looks like it's like the symbol is like 3 katanas forming like a triangle on the back of her kimono. I wonder if that's like a symbol of their nation or something. But no, just seeing all these people in different dress is really interesting. Kin of our saviors. Because Helos, who ended the Titan War, the kin of him. Interesting. And Willie has history with all these people. Oh, that time we fell out of a tree. Of course. And this seemingly a little bit drunk Marley, I assume, drawing everyone's attention and not helping the situation. But then Willie comes in and smooths everything over. So I assume Willie's going to present his idea, the truth of this world and whatnot, his stage production, and everyone's going to go along with it because they love him. It's his idea. Of course, let's do it. And it might be something horrific or something, I don't know. And yep, acknowledging he is Eldian. It's their blood runs through him. Again, I've said basically everything I wanted to about this festival scene. There's all the different foods. Oh, because there's people from a bunch of different places all together, yeah. And they're also serious, what's going on? And drooling, sweat. People from outside came pouring in and opened up all the stalls. Just shove ice cream in the face. It's great. And Reiner and Galliard look so confused as well. I love that Reiner's paying for all this as well. Great. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna make that just them all eating pizza. That's probably gonna be my wallpaper on my laptop now. Probably. I love that image so much. But yes, the sun sets. The outro starts playing. They've had a great time. It kind of feels like something's about to change. Yeah. It does. I love that. Yeah, it does on a black screen there for Reiner as well. But I assume they're thinking things are going to change for the better, is what it feels like. I doubt it. We're 4 episodes in, and Reiner is our main character at this point. I'm sorry. We've seen a little bit of Eren. I think we're going to bleed over to sort of where they end up sharing the lead character sort of role. We get them as our 2 sort of focal points. Because I was expecting from the outro for like Falco to sort of take over that role. But no, it is very much on Reiner at the moment. Granted, the previous episode was almost entirely just his backstory, but still. And then, yep. Someone did mention, again, I'm going to bring it up. Thank you for telling me there was going to be a post-credit scene, but that slipped my mind. I watched the end anyway. But yeah, I don't think there was too much to break down post-credit scene-wise. They've set everything up. They've got big, like, floodlights on the stage. It's all, like, outdoors. I'm sure when I think we saw the sort of setup and Willie sort of giving a speech to people before, and I assume it was like in a theater and we see all the camera flashes and everything in the trailer. It's like an outdoor sort of setup. I like that. Huh? Where's Falco? He said he saw someone he knew and ran off. And again, I love Peaks now walking around without a crutch. We did see earlier, walking around on all fours still, just because that's how they're more comfortable. I like that. It's perfectly capable of walking up right now, but just it's more comfortable that way. I hope next episode starts overlapping, like just overlapping from the scene a little, so we have what did Eren say to Falco? What did he say to Falco? Like, oh yeah, so you're mates with the current armored. I'd really like to meet that guy. I'm a big fan, or whatever. Because Falco runs over, gasping for breath, and is like, oh, come on, we need to do this. He seems really enthusiastic about it, and he's smiling. Yeah, as if it's like a surprise or something. Did Eren say it's like, oh, we're old friends or something, or we went through training together or something? I'm curious. Down. I brought him, and he's happy and smiling. Hey, it's been 4 years, Reiner. Okay. Yeah, that music from when Reiner was standing on top of the wall and they did the big thing. And in season 2, bringing back that old piece from season 2. And Reiner recognized them right away. That's brilliant. Right. Okay. I'm gonna bring this video to a close here because. Right. There's a lot to talk about this episode, and I assume I've cut it down reasonably well. Because I don't like these videos being super long. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this episode. It was great. I loved it. It was really wholesome at parts. Story implications, history, and legends and stuff. And the Devil of All Earth being killed 100 years ago. That is recent history. Is it literal? It's got to be literal. Which is really interesting. Yeah, sorry. I've been Jack of all trades. Until next time, bye.